Welcome back. St. Lucia is getting set to present investment opportunities on island as part of the first ever virtual investment forum on the 28th of April 2021. The forum is part of a month-long trade show hosted by the Chamber of Commerce in Martinique from the 6th to the 29th of April. It will focus on the Caribbean, Europe, North America, and Africa, where entrepreneurs, investors, and business people can discover promising markets, benefit from expert advice, expand their business network, and identify support mechanisms to develop their international presence at lower risk. Joanna Sultan is St. Lucia's Consul General in Martinique and is spearheading St. Lucia's participation in the forum.
And of course, I jumped in and I decided, okay, let us speak a little bit about investment opportunities in St. Lucia, especially now as we're looking for ways to re-stimulate the economy, because we all know what COVID has done. And so this investment forum really is a way of presenting investment opportunities to those out there, not only in the French territories, but I think the wider region, because being the fact that it's virtual, it means that it is open to any and everybody. So it is going to be a pretty exciting program.
Presenters from St. Lucia will speak on the existing and potential sectors of investment on island, how to do business in St. Lucia, potential partnerships with export-ready companies, as well as discussions on the existing options of merchandise and freight transportation between the two islands. This is all in an effort to stimulate economic growth and development between Martinique and St. Lucia.
We have Invest St. Lucia. We have Ms. Alana Lancico from Invest St. Lucia, who would be speaking about the various investment opportunities that are possible in St. Lucia. We also have a representative from the Ministry of Infrastructure, Ports, Energy and Labour. And of course, they are going to be focusing on renewable energy. We in Martinique have gotten quite a few, we have quite a bit of interest in renewable energy, people wanting to set up companies in St. Lucia.
The event is 100% digital and numerous conferences and workshops have been planned with translations in English and French. MP for Babonneau Ezekiel Joseph has rubbished claims that the constituency has no major facilities. Some argue that for one of the larger constituencies, the area has no banking services or major sporting facilities. The MP says it is simply not true that there are no sporting facilities. He touts the number of playing fields with adequate lighting.
Babonneau can boast of the only rural community in St. Lucia, with free fields with lights on it. That's a fact. Babonneau can boast, under my watch, that the first rural community in St. Lucia to have lights on a playing field. That's Lage. Okay? Now, you use a point that's very interesting. It's not a matter of infrastructure. It's a matter of program.
Joseph says that sporting programs are even more important than sporting facilities.
I have worked with my first term with the Youth and Sports Council, give them resources to help them develop meaningful sporting programs, and not only sporting programs, but educational programs too. Because you have young people who are not only interested in the football and the cricket and the netball and things. You have other areas of interest. Okay. Coming back in 2016, what did I find? No meaningful cricket tournament in Babonneau. The lights that I put in Lage not functioning. The lights I put in Balata, not functioning, okay? The court that I did in Timon, not finished. The court in Balata, not finished. No meaningful sporting programs. There's a Youth and Sports Council, right? Babonneau is not taking part in the national cricket competition. Babonneau is not recognized as a league in the St. Lucia National Football.
That was the MP for Babonneau, Ezekiel Joseph. Government Senator Ferropolius has gotten her feet wet in the Senate, and on Tuesday she took on the critics of the government head-on by arguing that those in opposition have no gains to speak of and are therefore focused on spinning every achievement of the current administration. She called on the opposition to give credit where it is due.
It is without question that there is much to be done. And of course, I do concur that there is room for improvement in most sectors, if not all. However, we must admit that this government has done very well in delivering its mandate and managing the affairs of this country, particularly in the midst of a global pandemic. Just as much as constructive criticism be given by the opposition, so should some recognition and credit be ascribed to this government for the various projects, interventions, and support programs from which the people of St. Lucia have benefited, including the members opposite, their friends and relatives. But you know what, Madam President, I understand. Because when one has nothing substantial to show, he goes out criticizing or ridiculing the achievements of his counterparts.
Polyus, who is mounting a challenge against the incumbent Dennery North MP Sean Edward, says in her constituency, the work of the government is clear.
As it relates to water, the woeful water situation that residents of Dennery North endured for decades is now a thing of the past. More than 10,000 residents currently have access to better quality water and a more reliable water supply to their homes and to various pocket communities in Dennery North. Madam President, we salute the collaboration of two governments. And this is where we give credit where credit is due. The incumbent government and the St. Lucia Labour Party government, as well as the government of Mexico, for the implementation and completion of the Dennery North Water Supply Redevelopment Project. Through the Community Development Program, Dennery North has benefited from various infrastructural projects. The long-awaited Lapel Road, which is under construction, will bring much relief to the residents of Lapel and environs. No longer will the residents need to carry another pair of shoes when venturing out on a wet day.
The senator cautioned residents that political games are being played but not on the part of the government.
I would like to say to the people of Lapel that they should not be fooled by the propaganda that this government will not complete the road, and this is only a trick to get their votes. This is ludicrous. You see, Madam President, it can be a bit embarrassing to a leader who claims to care so much for the residents of Lapel, spent 5 years in office, had access to resources at his disposal and to deliver on his promise to the residents, but you know what? Neglected and failed the people miserably.
That was Government Senator and Dennery North hopeful Farah Polyus. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. We'll be right back.